Walkaway founder will plead guilty over the Capitol insurrection. Watch this.
Also developing tonight, the FBI says an Omaha man was part of the mob that stormed the Capitol building in D.C. Court documents allege that is 44-year-old Branda Straka recording a video in the crowd that day. Agents arrested him in Omaha following a tip, and now he's in federal custody on these charges: impeding law enforcement during civil disorder, knowingly entering and remaining on restricted grounds, and engaging in disorderly conduct to disturb a congressional hearing. Now, at one point, the feds believe Straka called on the mob to take away an officer's shield, which they allegedly did. And according to the FBI, Straka said he was 10 to 20 feet away from the building when tear gas started coming out of the doors. Fed said Straka told them he left the Capitol after a man came out and said they got what they wanted by clearing Congress. The Fed say Straka also tweeted his involvement, and one of those messages reads in part, quote, "I was there. It was not Antifa at the Capitol. It was freedom-loving patriots who were desperate to fight for the final hope of our republic because literally nobody cares about them."
Brandon Straka, 43, will appear in federal court tomorrow to enter his plea after he posted a video online of himself at the Capitol that day and multiple social media messages calling for more violence. Straka, who appeared multiple times on Queer News Tonight's LGBTQ plus presidential town hall debate, is a hairdresser from New York who got some fame in 2018 for his hashtag Walkaway organization that encouraged groups that usually vote for Democrats, like LGBTQ people, to walk away from the Democratic Party and vote for Republicans. He claims he was once a Democrat.
Your boyfriend, Straka, because that's what I'm going to call him, is your boyfriend, is an idiot. And I would never let him touch my hair. Now that I know he's a hairdresser, I would never. Of course he took a plea. I mean, come on. He's got lawyers, right? Lawyers are going to tell him take a plea because you're an idiot and you wanted revolution and you got caught. All right, saying I was never there. No, you didn't. There's pictures of you, sir. You know, like that's not me. That's my brother Juan.
But that's the Trump playbook, right? Mm-hmm. Lie, say it didn't happen, gaslight, right? So we know these folks already. But, you know, this is somebody who thinks that he's totally impervious. So I'm glad that he got his day in court. So,
But he's gonna probably have 6 months or something like that. He's not gonna get a lot of time.
Oh, he'll be popular in hours though.
Or even less than that, right?
Well, like his friend, the insurrectionist with the horn.
Right.
The shaman, forgive me, yeah.
Well, and clearly this hair burner has inhaled far too many of his chemicals. We should change it to hashtag sashay away.
Well, I want to make two notes that most of our viewers do not know. First off, on the first Saturday in November, the Log Cabin Republicans are giving their Lincoln Award to Melania Trump.
You heard that right. You heard that right, viewers, by the way.
The Lincoln Award. And I've reached out to Brandon. I really want to give him his side of the issue and give him an unbiased platform to be able to say what his side of the story. And I'm working very hard to try to make that happen. The other thing that I want to make note of is kind of a closure. When January 6th happened, we, of course, reported it at Queer News Tonight, and we reported that Brandon was at Stop the Steal rally that day. He reached out and said he was not at the Stop the Steal rally and that we were committing slander against him and that if we did not retract it at Queer News Tonight, we would be hearing from, quote unquote, his attorney.
So he was going to sue? He
was going to sue me and Queer News Tonight. I replied back as we continued to do research saying, well, we see your inclusion by name in Stop the Steal, and then we found video that appeared in social media of him right outside the Capitol doors and being pepper sprayed as he was videotaping while the break-in into the Capitol was done. We then reported this video showing Brandon actually participating at the Capitol steps and outside of the building. All communication stopped then. And then shortly after that, he was charged and presumably is getting ready now tomorrow to do the plea. So I just want to point out that Queer News Tonight followed the process of this story to the letter, and it turned out to be completely true.
Yeah. And then he ghosted you, Al. How do you feel about that? Then he ghosted you.
Brandon, I continue to say we want to give you the opportunity of your side of the story.
The
that is
song,
minimum.
it wasn't me.
Yeah.
You know, it's playing in my head.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.